Hi guys, this is FK, and in this video we're going to be doing a very cool demo. We're going to be generating one of those AI images, those ones that you've seen generated with Midjourney or DALL-E. We're going to be doing that with Nodejs in this video. So if that sounds exciting to you, come along and let's get started. So let's begin. So I'm in my code demos folder, and the first thing I'm going to do is create a new folder for this project. So I'm going to call it I'm going to say make dir AI image generation. Yeah, image generation, and I'm just going to go into that folder, AI image generation, and I'm just going to kickstart this as a Node.js project, npm init. Use the -y flag so that I don't have to go through the interactive package.json, and I'll just create one. So we have our package.json, file. Let's clear the screen. Now we're going to be needing two packages. Yeah, we're going to need two packages. Now in this video, we're going to be using OpenAI to generate our images. We're going to be using the OpenAI API to generate the AI image. So first I'm going to install .env. I'm going to say npm install .env. And I'm also going to be installing the OpenAI library. But for the OpenAI library, I'm going to be installing the version 3. Because recently OpenAI switched to version 4 and there's a lot of breaking changes in the API. So I'm just going to be sticking with the version 3, which a lot of people are still familiar with, which I'm still really familiar with. I'm still trying to get myself acquainted with the version 4. So let's install OpenAI. Let's say OpenAI at, let's say 3.2.1. Yeah, 3.2. So this is a very important step in this demo so that your project does not fail. But if you are familiar with the version 4, just go ahead and use that. So let's click this to install. Let's wait for that. It's going. Okay, just going to pause the video and come back when this is done. So our project is done. Installing. So now we can write some code. Let's open this up in Visual Studio Code. Let me see if I have configured my Visual Studio Code to open this. Oh no, just have to open Visual Studio Code manually. So let's open this project in Visual Studio Code. So now we have our project opened up in Visual Studio Code, and my package.json, I have my node modules folder. Package.json, we can see that we have .env and we have OpenAI 3.2.1 installed. So you can go ahead. Just going to create a new file called generate.js. Cool, generate.js. And here we're going to bring in our libraries. First, I'm going to bring in .env. Now, .env is for us to, be able to access our API key, our OpenAI API key, because you need an OpenAI API key to run this project. So I'm just going to bring in .env so that we can have our API key as an environment variable. So that's .env. Save. Then we bring in OpenAI. But for OpenAI, we're going to use a destruction to just get the classes that we want. So we do require OpenAI, and inside here we're going to need configuration, and we're also going to need OpenAI API. We have configuration and OpenAI API, and we still need any other thing. Let's just go on. So we're going to call our .env .config function so that we can have our configurations brought in. And now this is a good time to create our environment file. So I'm just going to create an environment file here, say .env. And here we're going to create the environment variable OpenAI API key and set it to the value of our API key. So now that we've set our API key, we can go ahead with our project. The first thing I'm going to do is to create a configuration object. So I'll say const. Oh no, I think I have the caps lock on. Say const configuration. Let's configure our OpenAI API. So I'm going to new configuration. Open this curly braces and say API key. Then I'm going to set that to process.env.openAI API key. That's the name of our environment variable that we set in this .env file. So save that. The next is going to be our OpenAI. Oh, that's OpenAI API. We're going to create a new instance of our OpenAI API. So say const OpenAI equals new OpenAI API. And inside here, we'll just pass our configuration. Neat and sweet. So we have that all set. What next? What next? What next? Okay, next we're going to then generate our image. Yeah, now time to generate our image. Enough of the boilerplate stuff. To do this, I'm going to create a try catch block so I can catch our errors. Yeah, I'm just going to say console.log error. And inside here, that's where the magic is going to happen. Now, this is going to be an asynchronous call, so I'm going to use the async await keyword. So I'm just going to run this. Let's come up here. I'm going to create a self-invoking function, and just run this inside that function. So here we're going to create a function. We're going to call this function. It's going to be an async function. So it's async. It's a function, and our function is going to be called generate image. Yeah, and just bring this down here. Just put it like this. I love making things well ordered. So we can now put our try catch inside this function. So take our try catch inside this function, and here we can then say const generate equal. Let me pull this aside so that we can see the screen better. So const generate equals await OpenAI dot create image. OpenAI dot create image. That's the function that generates our image. Create image, that's the function that generates our image. So this function takes in an object, and in this object we're going to pass a few properties. The very first one be the most important one, which is our prompt. That is the type of image that we want to generate. So what do I want to generate? I want to let's say a dog playing the violin. Yeah, a dog playing the violin. That's the image I want it to generate. Now the next parameter we're going to be passing is this parameter called n, and it just states the number of images we want to generate. For this, I just want to generate one. And we also define a size property, and for this we just want 512 by 512. You see, we have the option to have 1024 by 1024, 256 by 256, but for this we have 512 by 512. That should be no, let's try and save. That should be big enough. So this sends our request to the OpenAI API, and it's going to automatically generate this image for us. So once it's generated, we can then say image, let's say const image equals generate dot data again. Yeah, pick the first one, which is the only one, dot URL. Yeah, URL. That should give us the URL of our image. So let's save that, and let's console.log our image. Console.log our image. Just hope everything goes fine, everything goes well. So let's read the code from top to bottom again. So we have .env to bring in our environment file. We set our OpenAI key here. Then we'll call our OpenAI library. Remember, we're using the version 3.2.1. We configure our OpenAI library with the API key from the environment variable. Then we'll pass this configuration into the OpenAI API class to get a new instance. Then I just wrote this self-generated, self-invoking function so that it runs immediately around the program. And what this function does is that it uses the OpenAI object to call the create image function. We'll pass a few parameters. What do we want to generate? Just the same way you type it into Midjourney or DALL-E. You say we want to generate a dog playing the violin, and we want to generate one copy, and the size should be 512 by 512. And here we just get the URL and just console.log it. So let's save this and hope everything goes fine. Let's go back to our command line. Let's clear this. Let me increase this a little bit. Yeah. So now we have our files, and let's run our generate.js. Let's say node generate.js. Let's hit enter. Okay. It's good that nothing is happening right now because it shows that our code has no errors. So we're just waiting for the API request to be back. And boom, it gives us the URL to our image. It gives us the URL to our image. So we can just copy this URL. Let's copy this URL. Very, very long. Let me not copy. Yeah, make sure I'm copying the right thing. So let's just copy this. You can copy it. There's also a way to open the link, but I'm just going to copy it. And let's go to our browser and paste it in. Hit enter, and let's see what we've generated. Oh, this is using Google to try and no, I want the URL to open. Let me do open link because I think my browser is using Google by default. Let me do open link, and we have our dog playing the violin. Yeah, we've been able to generate a dog playing the violin. Now let's say a real dog. Yeah, this is a cartoon dog. Let's get a real dog. A real dog. Yeah, let's change the prompt. I say a real dog playing the violin. Save that. Go back to our command line. Let's run the command again. Wait. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Yeah, good. Now let's do open link once again. Open link. And yeah, we have a real dog playing the violin. Is that a bow tie? Yeah, kind of looks like a bow tie. Yeah, look a bow tie. So yeah, we've been able to generate an image. We've been able to generate an image using AI and Node.js. So that's our demo today. We've been able to generate a dog, the image of a dog playing the violin using AI and Node.js. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like and see you in another video. I remain your bro in tech, FK.